Welcome to the Blue Cafe. Due to technical difficulties, Ben, your regular host, will not be available. My name is Daniel, and I will be your host today. Now on to today's story. I really want to duck my wife. Posting here cause the other subreddit keeps taking it down. So, me and my wife have not been in the same city for about 2 months. We have been separate as we deal with an infidelity issue. Hers, not mine. She didn't duck anyone else, but it felt like it was leading that way. On top of that, pictures, texts, that whole thing. If it matters to you, cause it don't to me. This wasn't a I wanna duck someone other than my husband thing. This was a I've lost a lot of weight and now people are paying to see my body online thing. Yeah, before anyone asks, I did all the investigating you can think of. I know what happened and when. With that said, it's still infidelity to me, especially when you have a stalker fan who is trying to pay you for sex. That was apparently when folks decided the shit has got out of hand. Anyhow, that's just a little recap of what has me in my hometown, in therapy, and working on me so I can work on reconciling with her. We are reconciling. With that said, you have no idea how much in the last month I've just wanted to duck this woman. Like, it ain't funny. I know when we get back together in a few weeks and start working on this as a couple, I'm going to have to keep my hands to myself for a while. Like, having sex with her would be like, I dunno, forgiveness a bit, a reward, a sign that I'm not still as pissed as I am about it all. I mean, I'm not sure if I would consider her ducking another guy as bad as showing herself to millions of strangers, cause it made her feel good about herself. Sexting, texting, private shows, that all ducks with my head. Now can I forgive her? For the most part. Could I have forgiven her if she ducked that guy? Like, for money number, does that make me any less attracted to her? No. The funny part is, I'll admit, she's hotter with the weight off. I just hope she doesn't go crazy and get all skinny and shit. I like my women with curves. She ain't as big as she thinks and she's pretty as hell. I'm Marby ducking blunt. She is a green-eyed, freckle-faced, red-headed woman with a thick ass, big breasts and a little punch. Hell, when she was fat, like, you know, BBW, I still thought she was hot. I still wanted to blow her damn back out every day. Don't know why she thought that my love and attraction was sympathy. I had to say she was attractive because I settled for her. I wanna yell, woman, I didn't settle. I saw a knockout. I don't give a duck what anyone else saw. Shallow Hal style. She was only like 180 at her biggest. Duck is wrong with her. But now she like right at that perfect weight, I think. Like Topanga from the last couple of seasons of Boy Meets World. Just thick. And you know, this may sound a bit off, but not a lot of girls with her look, you know, them of Irish descent, is lining up to date black guys. That ain't why we together, but that is certainly a happy accident. And before anyone asks, I like freckles on all women. Black, Asian, Brazilian. It doesn't matter. Freckles are adorable. And the glasses are just a plus. I ducking love women in glasses. So, I was seeing this woman in Zoom calls again and we were talking and sharing our therapy, and working out together on Zoom, and all I can think is, I want to duck this woman. I want to beat them buns until they red. And I can't. Cause it ain't really healthy for the recovery. But duck. I thought, like really, that I wouldn't have these thoughts about her for a while. Note just, stronger. Which makes me mad. Like, you were legit worried that I didn't really like you cause you were chubby. Woman, you married a man who is average at best. I spent a great portion of my life being told I was unattractive. Yeah, Methodicus could say you was fat, but couldn't nobody ever say your ass wasn't pretty, or that didn't want to throw you down and inject some liquid love in your ass. Don't have any idea why women are so on about that shit. There is a multi-million-dollar porn industry dedicated to big girls. Y'all mainstream as hell. Now you can't even claim big girl status. So I hope she sits down, appreciates me and my love so I can duck this woman till she can't think thoughts no more. I know I shouldn't feel that way, but damn it, you dancing around in ducking tight ass pants on Zoom doing all these exercises, and I swear it's going to take every fiber of my self-control not to just bend her over on the porch. I'm sorry if this got a little graphic. I got a lot on my mind right now with this. I been here for damn near 3 months with my cousins hanging around me like a ducking remorar. I ain't so much as had the time to masturbate here. So forgive me my moment of pure honesty. I mean, props to you for handling all this with mad respect for yourself, dude. Big ass virtual high five. You got to have a wiggle room to masturbate here and there with all this hunger to have her again to ease some off. About your relationship seems to me from the text that you wrote, you both want to make this marriage work if you are attending therapy. Yes, an incident happened that got you thinking of the topic of infidelity that makes you dig a deeper hole of questions, thoughts, ideas of what if. Continue working it out in therapy even when reconciling because you're going back to what your routine was before, but with her being the temptation at every moment. Seems to me like you already got things handled. Wish your marriage surpasses this bump and continues stronger. Thanks for sharing. It's been one for me, that's for damn sure. Talk about it with your therapist, man. See what she thinks about both of you having la sexy times. Maybe she has a solution for you. There is nothing wrong with this desire. Quite the opposite. If you wouldn't still be attracted to her, that would be a problem. There is also nothing wrong in letting her know how much you desire her as your wife and as a woman in general. And there is nothing wrong in telling her that you miss your intimacy with her. Even if you two would have sex on the first day you see each other again. There is nothing wrong with that as long as you both want that. It doesn't mean that everything is forgiven and forgotten. It is more like one of the many steps that is part of the reconciliation. If you start to think the way you do, then you will struggle to find the right time when it is okay to have sex again. She is your wife and you are her man. You both already made the decision that you want to work this problem out. Being intimate with each other can be helpful if you are intimate for the right reasons. If you wanna be intimate with her because you feel that she has to make it up to you, or if she wants to have sex with you out of guilt, then it is not healthy. But if you and her have sex with each other because you enjoy it and because you desire each other, then there is nothing wrong with that. The biggest struggle in reconciliation is for the wayward to win back the trust that they have lost. That is such a big struggle because usually people never have to earn that back. You gift your partner with your trust when you become a couple. So many people don't know what to do to get the trust back. I think that there are 2 ways to earn trust again. Sex and communication. Sex is such an intimate and emotional act. You give your partner a certain amount of trust if you do that. It starts with trusting your partner so much as that you show her what you desire. You trust her when it comes to contraception, even if you use condoms. Same goes for STDs. That normally is a given, but after a betrayal, it is a big step in allowing someone to win your trust back. Sex and the desire for it requires trust. While many might argue that this is not the case because then stuff like condoms wouldn't exist, I would argue on that matter. But in the end that comes down to you. Could you have sex with someone that you have absolute zero trust in? The other part is the communication, and if you combine the communication with sex, then you create a lot of opportunities to win trust back. Talking about your desires, your fears, your hesitations before you have sex requires trust. There is nothing wrong with your desire for her and to have sex with her, and it will benefit your way of reconciliation and forgiveness. Of course that is only my opinion. Good luck and stay strong. I'm working on it. Thanks for your kind words. Many people hear about situations where there is a form of betrayal or infidelity and they're like, throw the baby out with the bathwater. And if this had been something else, something a little more, even if she hadn't ducked anyone else, I may have done that. But trying to determine if she had, to go through her lies and half-truths revealed something worse. No, she didn't duck anyone else and never planned to. That I'm sure. It exposed that she had moral failings. That she was perfectly content to use others, expose herself, and take money to fill a hole in her self-confidence that I didn't even know was there. Given the past that she and her family hid from me, and the fact that her sister, who I wanted to date before I apparently settled for her, had been bullying her and disparaging her for our entire marriage. Some things have happened. Her mother died from weight-related problems. Her sister bullied her for being overweight for fear. Then got worse when the skinny sister got diabetes and the big sister didn't. Given that apparently Clarissa thought she stole me, and Amy thought I settled for her cause I couldn't get Clarissa, there was a huge emotional clusterfuck with my wife not trusting my feelings to be legitimate, despite the fact that I married her ass. Someone said it earlier, it ain't really about my lack of trust in her. This all was caused cause she didn't ducking trust me. It's way too long of a story to recount here, but I've been posting ever since I was suspicious of infidelity, so it's all up. I've been following your story since your first post. I remember very well how you were when you had suspicions, when you found out and when you left. That all what you wrote is the past now. The only thing that is good for, is to learn from it. Look at what went wrong in the past and find ways to prevent it from happening again. But also look at what was good in the past. You know, after all your posts, all that you shared with us, there is one thing that I would be really interested in. Until now you mostly talked about your struggles, your problems and the problems of other people around you. Take a moment and look back at the good times. Look back and think about what were the most beautiful moments with your wife. Look back and look where you have struggled before and made it through together. Look at the positive memories as well. What you experienced is a huge shitshow, but never forget that this shitshow is only a little part of your marriage. Your love for her was and is real, and I think that it is the same for her. Don't hesitate to remember the good times. Those are the reasons why you return to her, not the bad memories, the good ones. How often have you recently talked with your wife about the beauty of your marriage? Reason I ask this is, if you focus during your reconciliation only on the bad stuff that happened, then there will be no joy for you as a couple. During reconciliation, also allow yourself to remember the good times. Allow yourself to just enjoy being with each other, and if you both want it, then also allow yourself to duck each other's brains out. Don't agree with staying with someone who only fans behind your back. But you seem like a level-headed individual. Best of luck to you. Yeah, a lot of folks were of that opinion. But through all the issues and drama, especially given the revelations and whatnot, I'm at a place where reconciliation is what we're going with. Something tells me you got screwed and she's messing around with another dude XD. Nah. Sadly, if it was that simple and cut and dry, we wouldn't be here. This man is delusional. Take him to the infirmary. Bro, I won't go back and explain this to you. If you want to know everything that happened, you can go back and read all my posts. Probably, maybe just, know what the hell you're talking about. Hey, it's Reddit. You ain't got her. You need therapy. I'm in therapy. She got you by the short and curly, son. Whatever floats your boat. You sound frustrated, and I can relate. That texting, private shows. Of course it will fight with your head. I won't drop your standards just to duck her again. I know it's complicated psychologically, and it sounds like a lot of therapy sessions together. If you both want it enough or it makes sense for you both, dedicate to the cause. Maybe it can develop and you guys learn how to explore together with desire. Good luck. It's a thing. When I found out, I kicked her out of my house. Then I changed the locks and drove from VA to WI to deal with my feelings. I paid a private investigator and got my IT friend to go through and find me the real story. The scary thing is it was surprisingly easy to get to the bottom of it. We are not as secure with this technology thing as we think. Deleted texts, messages, conversations on Discord, locations via Google. Finding out the truth of what happened was not as hard as dealing with it. Then came everything later. The things you didn't know. A lot of that leads up to her issues with herself and her body. Things you find from outside sources. Nothing she said to me. I wouldn't talk to her ass for the first 2 months. And every attempt leads me more toward divorce. It took a lot to get to the bottom of what and why though. And those answers have led us to reconciliation. Trust. Well, that will take a while. That shit's obliterated. What we had is gone and never coming back. Can we build something new? That's the question. When you said you did your investigation, you meant it. Holy shit. I read your other response and her sister is not nice for bullying her. What kind of sister does that? Jealous. I would imagine if you marrying her and being part of the fam you would kind of get informed even if in an occasion it slipped out but you didn't even know. Crazy man. Sorry, I'm new to Reddit, so this is my first time seeing your post. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.